Hello, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. Um, this is Jaguar Wright on um, Real Life Productions. She's done several interviews with them. Um, she's pretty upset. Uh, she's talking about the Diddy footage. They going over the footage of Diddy at the hotel, and she's talking about the Diddy footage. Now we know I did a couple of videos on her. If I find them, they're way back in my archives, but if I find them, I will link them up to this. Um, Jaguar White, a lot of people, Jaguar Wright, a lot of people doubted Jaguar Wright. A lot of people doubted her, said that she was lying, said she was crazy and all this kind of stuff. But everything she, I believe everything she was saying about P. Diddy and a lot of things that's going on in the industry, she was spot on. And here she's taking it pretty hard. They're talking about the hotel footage, and she's taking it pretty hard, because she endured some abuse in the industry. She endured some abuse in the industry herself, and she knows a lot of things that people on the outside don't know. And she speaks out, and she's an advocate for the people that's in the industry that's being abused. And she speaks out, and she's putting her life on the line to expose the industry. She's literally putting her life on the line to expose the industry for everything that's happening in the industry. A lot of people calling her crazy. Um, you know, I did say, and I think in the other video that I know it seemed like she was having some resentment because she didn't get to a certain level, and I do remember saying that if she didn't get to that level, maybe it was a protection. I do remember saying that in the video, but I don't remember. I did a couple of videos of her, and I did them way back. So if I find them, I can link them up to this one. But Jaguar Wright was right. And she did talk about Diddy in past interviews, because she's did quite a few here on YouTube. She did talk about Diddy abusing. She did talk about Diddy abusing people, and nobody believed her. And I want to talk about idol worship. I want to talk about idol worship. We need to stop idolizing these celebrities. I don't idolize them. It's okay to admire them for their talent and all this kind of stuff. Well, we need to stop them. We need to stop idolizing these celebrities, because there's a lot of things that's going on in the industry that we know nothing about. And you know what? I think at this point the FBI needs to get involved. And I just want to take the time to thank Jaguar Wright for putting putting her life on the line. People don't understand it. She's been on the run. She's putting her life on the line. They've been on her head. She's risking it all to expose the industry, because it's a lot of people that are going through things. Just imagine how many people in the industry that's enduring abuse. It's enduring that abuse that Cassie is going through. She's mentioning some people on here, but I'm not going to say any names. You'd have to go back and watch the interview on some real life production. She's done several interviews with them. You'd have to go back and watch it, but I'm not going to mention them here. But she said she mentioned some other people that are going through in the industry, and they're not saying anything. I don't know, out of fear, or fear that they're going to lose their livelihood. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out what's more important. You got to figure out what's more important: fame and money, or your life. And your life is more important than fame and money, because fame and money is only temporary. Everybody know that. Everybody know fame and money is only temporary. But I think the FBI needs to get involved at this point. The FBI needs to get involved at this point because just to think there's so many more people in the industry that's doing these horrific things. And that video of Cassie is very disturbing. If you didn't get a chance to catch my other video that I did talking about it, go take a look at it. I'm mortified. I'm mortified. And I know everybody has seen that video Diddy, Sean Combs kicking her like a dog. I'm gonna call him out his real his real name, Sean Combs. I know everybody's seen Sean Combs kicking the mess out of that helpless woman. If that was a dog, let me tell you something. I was just thinking about that. If that was a dog kicking her like that, if he was kicking a dog, if he was kicking a dog like that, the police would be at his door right here and now. They would be at the door right now if he was kicking a dog like that. They would arrest him right now if he was kicking a dog like that. I bet you if he was kicking a dog like that, they would have been at the house right now, ready to take him into custody. I believe a dog's got more rights than black women. That's what I believe. Because I bet you if he was kicking a dog like that on video, they would hurry up and go get him. Yeah, I bet you they would. You see what they did to Michael Vick? They hurry up and locked him up. Because they had to hit that dog fighting going on at the house. Or should I say he allowed it because it was going on at his house. But they hurry up and locked him down. And they ain't let him live it down ever since. So if he was kicking a dog like that, they would have hurried up. They would be at the house right now. They would be at the house right now arresting him. There's no way they'll let him get away with doing a dog like that. Because you wouldn't kick a dog like that. You wouldn't even kick a dog like that. Let alone a human being. Let alone a woman. And Jaguar Wright said this a long time ago. She mentioned this in that in the video. She said it a long time ago. That he put boots on her. That's how she said it. But nobody believed her. Nobody believed her. They said she was crazy. And I do believe that she does have some trauma. She does have some trauma. But she's taking it pretty hard here in this video. If you watch it, she's taking it pretty hard. Because she has endured some abuse herself. She has went through some things herself. So yes, she does have some trauma. And if you go through something like that, you will have trauma too. You would have trauma too. But she's putting her life on the line to expose the industry. You think he the only one? There's so many people in that industry, their hands are dirty. Their hands are dirty. And God needs to expose these people. And I believe God will expose these people. I do believe that God will see to it that these people will be exposed. And that's what we need to pray for. That's what we need to pray for. And I do believe that God will see to it that justice will be done. But the FBI needs to get involved at this point. I believe the FBI needs to get involved at this point. Because you got to stop and think, how many more people are going through what Cassie is going through? How many more victims? How many people that he abused and other people in the industry is abusing, and they're too afraid to come forth. This needs to stop, or it's going to continue to happen. People are going to continue to be abused sexually, physically. It needs to stop. Abuse needs to, in the industry needs to stop. And men are coming forth. There's this man that came forth. I was looking at that. This was a month ago. Somebody was talking about it a month ago. This man came forth and was talking about what Diddy did to him was horrific. Because so men have to endure the abuse as well. It's not just women. Women are more vulnerable, but men have to endure the abuse too. And it was a man that came forth. I'm not sure what he is in the industry, but the man came forth. I was looking at it yesterday. This guy was talking about it, and this was a month ago. He I think he is cooperating with the FBI. I can't place his name. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a part of it. I think he is cooperating with the FBI. I don't know. I think, don't quote me. And he's talking about some of the horrific things that Diddy did to him. So just imagine how many more victims is out there. So I want to thank Jaguar Wright. I want to thank her. And she's asking in this video, why didn't y'all believe me? She's asking that question in the video. Why didn't y'all believe? I believed her. Well, some of the stuff I was like, I don't know. Some of the stuff I gotta admit, it sounds far-fetched. But us looking from the outside in, we have no idea. I have a friend that worked in the industry. He knows a lot of stuff. He did a lot of background work in the industry, and he knows a lot of stuff. He knows the industry is crooked. It's a lot of abuse. It's a lot of abuse that takes place in the industry. And it needs to be brought to light. How many more victims? How many more people have to be abused before we get these people, before we bring these people to justice? Now the FBI needs to hurry up and gather their evidence on this man and arrest this man. And I believe there's many, many more. He ain't the only one. There's many, many more that's doing a lot of dirt in that industry, and they need to be exposed. Because they said Justin Bieber went through some stuff, but he's not talking about it. They say he went through some stuff. I can only imagine, because I know he seemed like he's not right. He seems like I never was a fan of him, but he seems like he's not right. Yeah. And he's having some issues. And it's probably because of the abuse that he endured in the industry. And that's where I blame his parents, because he came into the industry very young. That's where mom and dad's supposed to come in. You're supposed to be protecting your child. But they take advantage of people because people have a dream. People got talent and they have a dream of becoming famous. Or maybe they just want to sing. Maybe they just want to perform. They have a talent and they just want to perform. And they don't understand. They want to share their talent with the world. And they don't understand going into the industry, not understanding everything it entails. And they like to get them young, because they know these young folks is really naive. They like to catch them young. But just think how many people have had to endure abuse, physically and sexually, at the hands of these monsters like Sean Combs in the industry. I'm going to call him by his name. There's many more where he came from, and the FBI needs to get involved at this point. Because there's a whole lot of other people in the industry that their hands is dirty too. That worked in cahoots with him to cover these things up. And shame on this hotel. Shame on that hotel. They say that that hotel is closed now. They say the hotel is closed. I don't care if it is closed. The people that was running the hotel and they still alive, you need to bring them to justice because they had no business hiding this footage. This was back in 2016, and Cassie wasn't able, and I say that she wasn't able to leave until 2019. I say that she wasn't able to leave. She had to endure 3 more years of abuse by that monster because these people covered it up. They took $50,000. They thought that money was more important than her life. So they need to be held accountable. I don't care if the hotel is closed. The people that was running the hotel and it took that money to hide this, they need to be held accountable. Because shame on them. You wouldn't kick a dog the way he was kicking her. My heart and prayers just go out to Cassie. And I pray for continued healing for Cassie. That she continues to heal. Because I know what she had to endure was horrific. And I don't want to hear, she put herself in that, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear all that. People need to stop making excuses for these men. It's that sexism, that misogyny. People need to stop making excuses for these men. He had no business doing that. Because a lot of times when you're young, you're not thinking. She was very young when she got with him. A lot of times when you're young, you're not thinking. You're not thinking when you're young. Especially if you have a dream and you want to, you want to be famous. You want to be rich. You want to be famous. Maybe you want to share your talent with the world. You're not thinking. That's when how they catch them. They catch them young. Because they know the young ones are naive and they don't know. That's why I didn't want my son in the industry. He was trying to be a rapper. And I didn't want him in the industry. That's the very reason why I didn't want him in it. And I don't want him in it. I don't want him in it. That's the very reason why I don't want him in it. Because I've stated on here many times that my son is trying to be a rapper. I don't want him in it. I don't want him in this industry. I don't want him in it. I don't want it because there's a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt in this industry. There's a lot of dirt. Unless he's able to do things on his own and put his own stuff and do things on his own. I don't want him in the industry. I don't. And I said that before and I had my reasons and now all this is confirmation. Because it's not just women that are going through this. It is men that are going through with it as well. And lots of men are coming forth. There's men coming forth, and I hope more of his victims is coming forth. And the people that sat by and enabled this monster and knew what this monster was doing, but they didn't say nothing about it, they need to be held accountable too. It's like if you're with somebody when they commit a crime, if you're with somebody when they commit a crime, you go down too as an accessory. Okay, well, they need the people that was around him that knew what he was doing to her need to go down too if they knew it, if they was aware of it. They need to go down too. That clip I showed you on CNN in that other video, that same clip segment, they interviewed a lady that was his assistant. She said she wasn't aware of anything going on, but she wasn't surprised that he did that. So allegedly, how do we know she even telling the truth? She said she wasn't aware of what was going on because he didn't do none of that stuff around her, but she said she wasn't surprised. I mean, who knows if she's even telling the truth? Who knows if she's even telling the truth? She might have seen something, but you think she gonna tell it? You think she gonna come on TV and tell it and risk getting in trouble? I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that when she said he didn't do nothing around her. I don't know if I believe that. Maybe she's trying to maybe she's trying to cover her own butt. I don't know. Mhm. But I want to thank Jaguar Wright for coming forth and speaking out about these people in the industry. I want to thank her, and she's people don't realize that she's putting her life on the line. She's putting her life on the line. You call her crazy, call her what you want, but she's putting her life on the line to expose these things happening in the industry. A lot of things happened to her. A lot of people think that she was lying. And she's asking in this video, why won't y'all believe me? It's because of idol worship, Jaguar. It's because people won't believe you. People idolizing these celebrities. People need to stop idolizing these celebrities. Stop idolizing these celebrities. The Bible speaks against idol worship. We are not to idolize these celebrities. It's okay to admire them for their talent and stuff, but don't idolize them. Don't put them up on a pedestal. That's where you mess up, when you put them up on a pedestal and you expect them to be perfect and all this kind of stuff. You know, because there's a lot of crooked stuff going on in the industry. We don't realize it. And I appreciate Jaguar for coming forth and having enough courage to come forth to speak out. But she's been on the run. People don't understand that she's been on the run because a lot of people are trying to get on her head. She's taking a lot of risk for speaking out. She's taking a lot of risk. And I just pray that God keeps his hands on her and keep her protected. Keep a hedge of protection around her. But these people need to be exposed. This stuff needs to stop. And there's a lot of people in the industry that got blood on their hands. They got blood on their hands. Their hands is dirty. And I believe it's going to be some more. Cat Williams said 2024 was going to be the year of exposure. And I believe it's going to be some more coming forth. This year's almost half over. And it's going to be, before it's over with, it's going to be some more exposed. And God's going to see to it. I believe that we need to pray that God will see to it. I believe that God will see to it. Because God knows everything that's going on. But we need to stop doubting Jaguar. Because I got to admit, I was thinking some of the stuff she was saying, I was like, it sounds far-fetched. But she was 100% on point about Sean. And I said, like I said in the other video, I knew something in my spirit something didn't set well in my spirit about that man. I couldn't put my finger on it. That's why I never was a fan. For that very reason. I was never a fan. Never a fan. And the people that are his fan, well, you better unfan him. I was never a fan to begin with. Because I knew something wasn't right. Something didn't set well in my spirit about that man. And everything that Jaguar was saying about him was true. This is confirmation. Now we got confirmation. And he sat up there and denied all that stuff. He sat up there and denied it. Of course he's gonna deny it. And I hope more of his dirt comes to light, comes to surface. And he needs to be brought to justice right here and right now. I'm not going to say what she said in his video. She said something more needs to happen. You got to go back and watch the video and see what she said. But he at least needs to be brought to justice. And if he took some people out, they need to investigate that. They need to investigate. They need to, like I said, they don't care about what happens to black women. They don't care enough to dig deep to investigate. And it doesn't matter if the black woman is a celebrity. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. They still don't care. Doesn't matter what the black woman's status is. They still don't care. They don't care. And that needs to stop. We got just as much rights as everybody else. Our life matters. Black women's lives matter. And I don't care if you do get tired of hearing it. Black women's lives matter too. Our lives matter too. Our life is just as important as everybody else's. And I'm sick of black women being abused and it's being swept under the carpet and unalived and people don't care and they're laughing and it's being swept under the carpet. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of this abuse in the industry. The FBI needs to get involved at this point. They need to get involved. And I thank you, Jaguar Wright, for coming forth and speaking out. May God continue to protect you and bless you. And may God continue to assist you in your healing. Because she's been through a lot. She's taking this pretty hard when she's looking at that footage. You see right there on the bottom, she's crying. She's taking it pretty hard because she endured abuse. And people don't understand you. It's all right to sit up and judge somebody and talk about somebody, but you don't know what that person done been through. That needs to stop. Stop placing so much judgment on black women. It's a lot of black women that had to endure stuff. But I don't want to see any woman abused of any race. I don't want to see no race of woman go through that. And I don't want to see men go through it either because there's a lot of men that's been getting abused in the industry. It just needs to stop across the board. I don't want to see men enduring it either. But they really don't care about black women. And they keep trying to cover it up. It needs to be exposed. So I just want to talk about that. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on Jaguar Wright. She was right all along. She was right all along. And let me know what your thought on Sean Combs. He's a monster. And he needs to be brought to justice. Hurry up because he might continue to do this to other people. And I'm telling how many other people he done did it to since then. They need to hurry up and gather the evidence and get to him. He needs to be stopped. Right here and right now. Let me know what you guys think. That's all I wanted to say. Until the next video, be blessed.